the top 20%, the top 10% made most of those gains. If you look at the top 10%, the top 1%, 1/10 of them made most of those gains. You look at the top 1%, the top 0.1%, 1 out of 1,000 households made most of those gains. So things are heavily skewed towards the very rich. The problem with that, Alex, is the very rich not only own yachts and private jets that are going to be worthless and Ferraris, they own all these companies and all these financial assets that are overinflated. The average person has maybe 30, 40 grand in stocks and some bonds in their 401k plan. They get hurt when the economy goes down, when jobs and wages aren't as good, but the rich get crucified when these bubbles burst.
So you're saying the luxury economy is going to look like a highway sign that's been shot 20 times by hillbillies with 12 gauges?
Yeah, it is dead, just like fracking's dead. The luxury economy is dead. If you own a yacht, sell it now. If you own a private jet, sell it now. You own a Ferrari, sell it now. You own a $100 million dumbass condo in New York, sell it now. These things are going to go down the worst. In the 1930s, real estate was not in a bubble in the roaring 20s. It was stocks and it was farmland and tractors. It was a tractor bubble, if you want to really get down to it. When the bubble burst, New York went up 5 years after the main market in the 1929 market, and it collapsed twice as much and didn't even come off the bottom.
Sure. Let's say the average retiree out there, has $1 million in retirement funds. Let's say, let's say some upper middle class person, some nouveau riche has $20 million in assets. What if you had $100,000? What would you do with it? If you had $10 million, what would you do with it? If you had $100 million, what would you do with it? Just briefly, and then we'll go to calls.
It's basically the same. In 2008, what never happened before since the 1930s, in a bubble burst, in a deflationary era, everything goes down except for cash, the highest quality bonds, like a 10-year treasury bond or a German Bund. Everything goes down. Commodities went down, gold went down, silver went down, real estate went down, small cap stocks, large cap stocks, German stocks, emerging company stocks, country stocks, everything went down. The safest thing is to be in cash or very safe bonds, or if you're willing to take a little risk, you go on the short side. You maybe take 20% of your portfolio and short the S&P 500 or short the small cap index if you want to make some money. But I think, to most people, I say, look, this is a bubble. It's going to be violent. Just protect the gains you've made in real estate and stocks.
So it's like a hurricane. You need to board up your house.
Crash. Then you can buy.
So it's like a hurricane. Board up your house, protect your assets, emerge after. That's where the sure profits are.
And here's the thing people don't get, Alex. That people say, well, I'm not making any money at 0 or 1 or 2%. You make money when everything falls and you can buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times as much.
Exactly.
Property or anything.
You can buy that $1 million Ferrari for $60,000. You can buy that $1 million bus for $100,000. You can buy that $5 million house for $500,000. That's what happens in a depression.
That's what happens. You have to have cash because nobody's going to lend you money when you see an opportunity. If you don't have cash or cash flow, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the greatest sale in our lifetime. And mark my words on that, the greatest sale in our lifetime on financial assets of every type.
That's right. Let's go ahead and go in real estate, folks. It's going to be just plunging, in my view. L.A. from California. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to say I respect both you guys, but I think Mr. Dent's missing the picture on oil coming down being leading to a worse condition.
That's exactly what you must have misunderstood what I said. I'm saying oil going down, especially this rapidly, is going to lead to worse conditions. It's a sign that the global economy is slowing.
Caller, I want to see what the caller said. I kind of missed it. Are you saying you think Dent doesn't think oil going down is bad, or are you thinking he thinks it's good? What are you saying?
Well, I think that's missing the point. Yeah, oil comes down is going to be good in a lot of ways and bad in a lot of ways, but let's take oil out of the picture for a second. There's supposed to be other technologies coming online. I've seen them on news about generators that can use different things in a much better way. That's got to be a good thing.
Sure. I mean, new technologies could be wild cards. The issue is they have to be scaled up. Even the quickest scaling takes, 10 years?
No. You're right, Alex. He is right. It is a good. When you see inflation extremes or deflation extremes, it is going to promote radical new innovations. Just like we got personal computers and cell phones out of the 70s, and we got the jet engine and radar and the computer out of the 30s and 40s. It will be good long term. He's right about that. But you're right. It takes decades for this stuff to scale up and make a difference once it's invented. A lot of alternative technologies are going to fail. Electric cars, I wouldn't buy Tesla at $1 today. That's going to fail if oil prices are $10, $20. And he's right, though. Some more radical technologies will emerge that can compete at lower oil prices.
Sure, but that's 10 years down the road if this continues. L.A., thank you. A good point. John, Tim, Paul, Tony, your calls are coming up. Infowars.com, prisonplanet.tv. Check out the website, harrydent.com/Alex Jones to find the free chapter of his book, the free newsletter, and more. Stay with us.
A lot of people's lives and bodies are out of balance. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops optimize pH level and get rid of harmful waste and acid. Just a few drops in water restores vibrance and energy and gets you back in balance. Now order 2 bottles and get $10 off your order. Sign up for monthly auto shipping and save 25%. Call 800-518-7615 or visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
This is an alert. If your business or church is building this year, you're about to pay more than you should. This could mean thousands of dollars more for your office, retail space, church, or warehouse. A General Steel building can save you as much as half the cost and time of similar conventional construction. And we're offering rebates of up to $20,000 to help you build today. Call General Steel for free information that could save you thousands. Call 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Millions of people are going to get sick this winter from colds, flus, and other illnesses. Make sure you're not one of them. Protect yourself with Supernatural Silver, a revolutionary new product. Recent advances in silver technology have resulted in a silver solution that can be used daily to help prevent bacteria, viruses, and fungus. Supernatural Silver is safe enough to use daily, while powerful enough to help your own immune system destroy the causes of many serious diseases. Supernatural Silver has the ability to terminate entire colonies of harmful bacteria at several hundred times the effectiveness of colloidal or ionic silver. The Science Digest Journal says silver is our mightiest germ fighter. It is virtually non-toxic and is emerging as a wonder of modern medicine. Go to supernaturalsilver.com today and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off. Give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
The CDC just announced flu vaccines may have the wrong strain of flu virus. You may not be protected. Whatever your lifestyle, your immune system is critical, and Immudyne provides your immune support. Doctor recommended, stimulant-free, and not found in pharmacies. Go to Immudyne.com to find out more or to place an order, or call 866-257-8668. That's IMMUDYNE.com or 866-257-8668. Remember, Immudyne is key support for your immune system.
We'll do a little bit of overdrive to take more of your calls with our guest, Harry Dent. I'm Alex Jones. Nightly news tonight, 7 o'clock Central, for all the PrisonPlanet.tv viewers. Please don't forget, you can get 20 memberships for $2.50 a month right now. Each membership can be used by 20 people simultaneously. It's half off right now in the month of January. PrisonPlanet.tv, see the nightly news, this show in HD, so much more. PrisonPlanet.tv. I want to thank all the members out there. You're making it possible. Going back to our guest, Harry Dent, Research.com. Harry Dent, Harry, let's go back to the calls. That's a whole show we should do, though, about what will innovate the economy, what could be done. The problem is so many old power structures in crony capitalism use big government regulation that they actually finance to shut down the innovation. Is there any doubt that we'd already be much more advanced if it wasn't for the crony capitalist operations?
Yeah, no question. I mean, when I say the poorest countries in the world are the most corrupt, the most crony capitalism, the most government-sponsored and run stuff, and tribal leaders and stuff like that. One of the cycles we study, Alex, in addition to demographics and geopolitical and other things, is an innovation cycle that comes about every 45 years. You know, it's kind of like the steam engine, and then steamships, and then railroads, and then autos, and then computers. Literally, every 45 years, these things economy and create higher productivity and a better standard of living. And then there's a break after those until you get the next. And we really, the next big innovation cycle is going to be, by our calculations, 2032 to 2055. It's a long way out. We've already seen most of the benefits from the internet and personal computers and smartphones and cell phones and broadband and all this sort of stuff.
Will the move towards singularity accelerate and compress the cycles?
No, I don't think so. I think we're not going to see as much progress. The new technology, the caller earlier talking about innovation and energy, nanotechnology can produce stuff out of nothing, out of thin air, but that is decades away from here.
Sure.
These new technologies are germinating right now in niche markets, especially robotics, biotech. They're still not mainstream.
Sure, there's also a lot of fraud there. It's going to take a while to suss out what's real. John in California, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Congratulations, Harry. You're about the only person that called for dollar power when everybody, including this show, is saying dollar devaluation and dollar collapse. Going forward, I heard you on another interview a couple of years ago talk about what leader needed to be elected in 2016. We needed leadership to kind of lead us out of all of this failure in the past 10, 15 years. Can you talk about what's going forward in the 2016?
Well, I'm not a political expert, but these economic cycles obviously do affect politics. Right now, the common knowledge, just like it was in 2008 before the economy went down, was, Hillary Clinton's the favorite on the Democratic side. Well, she bombed, and Obama came out of nowhere and beat her. It was a dark horse. Same thing, Jeb Bush, the establishment candidate from the Republicans. I don't think either of those are going to win in 2016. I think the economy is going to be very difficult, and people are going to go for people who are saying we got to change stuff, but more effective than Obama. Obama talked change, but he couldn't make change. I think it will favor candidates more like Elizabeth Warren on the Democratic side, or Chris Christie on the Republican side. Chris Christie is the type of guy, I know he's got this kind of Tony Soprano image, but he's the type of guy that will tackle a problem and deal with it. That's what we're not doing. We're not tackling this debt problem.
Yeah, you like him because he's a little more free market. I just can't stand his Democratic leanings when it comes to guns, but I hear what you're saying. Caller, just to be clear, we've had guests on here with a lot of different ideas. I believe the dollar will implode down the road, but it'll be the last to implode. It's like helter-skelter. I'm coming down fast, but I'm miles above you. They're all racing to devalue, so that sends people back into the dollar, but the dollar down the road, I mean, I'm not an expert like Mr. Dent. I think it's going to collapse or something. In 20 seconds, long-term, is the dollar stable, Mr. Dent?
No, I agree with you there, Alex. I see the dollar going up in this crisis. It's the best house in a bad neighborhood, and deflation favors us. Down the roads, we will never be the leader we were after World War II or in the 1990s.
Let's come back in 1 minute and finish that statement. See, caller, that's what I think.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
You're listening